Welcome in, everybody. So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit new, a little bit different. We're going to be playing through Hades, and we're going to start with a fresh run from the beginning, which, yes, I have many, many hours into Hades. Love this game so much, but I want to do kind of like a let's play meets tips and tricks meets build guides kind of a thing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start up the game with a fresh run. I'm going to talk through what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, talk through how the game works and stuff like that. We're going to hit all the lore points, and what I want to eventually do is turn each of these videos into like one run. That way, we get all of the lore from that run. We get to talk about the run, and then we'll end it there, and then we'll continue on this journey together. The first couple may be more than one run combined, just because it's a little bit harder to get through the game earlier on with this being a roguelike. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. We're going to try it out. This is probably going to be a learning experience because I've never done anything like this, but let's dive into it and see how this goes. So we are going to delete. So we're going to go from a fresh run right here.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Goodbye, Father.
So this is Zagreus, the son of Hades, and we are trying to escape the underworld.
I'm leaving. Shrine starting.
So this is very action heavy. We've got an attack, we've got a special, we've got a cast, and we've got a dash. We can see the denizens of the underworld really don't want us to leave.
You're nothing. There she is. It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
All right, so the first god we meet is Athena, and gives us 3 different options. So the first one is our attack is stronger and can deflect, so our attack will deal plus 40% damage and will turn foes' attacks back against them. Our cast deals damage, damages foes in a small area, and also deflects. The cast damage goes from 50 to 85. But the choice here, the obvious choice, 90% of the time, the choice with Athena is Divine Dash. Your dash deals damage and can deflect. So our dash will deal 10 damage, but it will also deflect enemies' attacks back at them. So that's what we're going to take. So now we have these shields around us when we dash. You can see on the left-hand side there are 4 slots there, one for attack, one for the attack, one for the special, one for the cast, and one for the dash. As we're going through, you will see me selected these rooms a lot. This currency unlocks things that help us get stronger from run to run, so it is very important to pick these up early on in the game to make sure that we are stronger going into the subsequent runs. So here we have a choice of another god boon or a palm. The pomegranate will let us level up one of our boons that we have. Since the only boon we have is our special and we really don't need to do more damage with it, which is the only thing it would level up, we're going to go this way. So there are traps and ways that we can do damage to the enemies through the terrain. So these are like bombs that will blow up after a little while. These traps here will pop up spikes if we step on them and deal damage to us as well.
That was revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
Hey there, Zag man, how's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
So here we have Dionysus. He gives us 3 options. Our attack inflicts hangover. Hangover is like poison. It can stack up to 5 times, and then every 0.5 seconds, it will deal 5 damage to an enemy with it. Our specials can inflict hangover, same thing. And then our cast lobs a large explosion that bursts into a festive fog. Festive fog will apply hangover, but will also make our cast go from 50 damage to 120 damage. This is definitely going to be the best one for this run. So that lets us do this. And then it has a poisonous fog.
They absorbed my blow.
So actually, it looks like the fog doesn't actually give them poison. So I did misspeak there. It looks like it just makes them stunned every so often, along with dealing that 120 burst damage. Okay, so we have 2 options here. One is the shop. Normally, I don't pick the shop unless I have at least 150 gold. Since I only have 149, we are going to go this way. So you'll see that some of these enemies now have yellow over them. That is armor. They cannot be stunned like... So normally when an enemy, once I hit them, it stuns them briefly for a second. They cannot be stunned until that armor is broken. So it is very important that we focus on them and get that armor broken as soon as possible, or avoid them. And you can see here, this is what deflecting looks like, and it just shoots back at the caster and does damage to him.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
So here we have Artemis. Artemis focuses on critical damage. So we have our attack is stronger, 20% increase to damage with a 15% chance to deal critical damage. This is our special is stronger, which is 40% additional damage with 20% chance to crit. And then pressure points is really good for most normal runs. Any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. It's normally a fairly small chance. We are going to go with Deadly Flourish because this is 20% damage. 20% chance to critical and then 40% damage, just base damage. So we're going to take that. So that. Okay. So here we can go for another Athena boon. The skull underneath does mean that it is a boss fight. This heart here is a 25 flat increase to health. I feel like we are strong enough that we can take on a boss. So we're going to do that. And the dash is really good for this fight because these bombs that they throw, we can just deflect them back at each other, or back at themselves, which does mitigate the chances that we will end up taking damage in this fight, which is really good. And utilizing our special when we can to deal higher amount of damage. And that 210 being that critical pop-up, which is really nice. This is actually a really good first run, not taking any damage so far. You can also hit enemies into walls for additional damage as well.
Anyone else?
Okay. So we got a few options here. Attack is stronger, deflects is not bad. Resist damage from foes, 7% reduced damage isn't great. This is actually what we're going to take, though. When we deflect attacks, it's going to deal more damage, so our deflect damage is going to be increased by 162%. That's a huge, huge amount of damage, so we'll do that. So these enemies charge, so Really good to just kind of try to avoid the charge, get them into a pattern of just preventing them from being able to attack because they deal a lot of damage.
The underworld's power.
We got some more of that. I believe it's called Shadow. Don't quote me on that. We will correct once we get... Oop, that was bad. Once we get through the run, if we find out it is called something different. There we go.
Mine.
So no options here, so we're just going to go ahead and get the health. See, these guys have shield, which is going to make this a lot tougher because we really want to... That deflect was really good. Okay. The deflect and getting the crit on it, it's really nice. Okay.
The centaur heart.
So now we're at 65 to 75. Okay, so we got the options of a pomegranate, which will level up one of our boons, make it a little stronger. But we're gonna go for the money here. There's always a shop right before each area's boss, and we do want to try to take advantage of that best we can, especially in this early run where we don't have any sort of power-ups or anything like that. The big thing I will say is dashing. Just always make sure that you are very mobile, dashing around best you can. Helps mitigate a lot of damage.
Coin from the dead.
Okay, so this is a chthonic key. This will help unlock things once we get back to, like, once we're done with the run. That's rough. So the key, what the keys let us do is it lets us upgrade the ability to get upgrades from run to run, and it will also unlock new weapons for us as well. So keys also early on in the run, very important. So there's only ever 2 shops in each region, and the last shop is always going to be before a boss. So since we already saw one shop earlier, we knew this one was right before the boss.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the underworld princess reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
Okay, and this is why I normally don't go to the shops unless I have 150, is the god boons cost 150. So that's why.
Looks like you are stuck for one hell of a night down there, man. I knew Charon would hook you up with what you need.
Okay, so we've got our attack inflicts hangover. We've got gain health when maximum health when you pick up a nectar, plus you'll receive 1 nectar now. Nectar's really good. That is what will help us build relationships with a lot of the characters in the game. And then we take less damage while standing in our festive fog, which is our cast, that fog that pops up. So damage resistance of 19% isn't great. Hangover of only 4 damage every 0.5 seconds, especially on our attack, not that great. This is really good though. This might keep us alive this run. We'll see. Don't ever expect to get through some of these bosses on the early runs. It helps a lot once we've gotten those upgrades that we'll get once we get back.
Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and sure is awfully convenient to be running a deal like this. I had all this coin I wanted to get rid of.
Okay, so we can give him a nectar right now, and I can show you what this looks like.
Such a reassuring sight, I thought I'd offer you a token of my gratitude. Wait, you don't have to give me something in return. It was a gift. Though, you're insisting, aren't you?
Okay, so he's given us a keepsake, and I will explain keepsakes after this run and how they work.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
And we all stand Meg in this household. I will not hear any slander against Meg.
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way.
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart. I'll make this quick.
So that red thing that was on the ground, that crystal, that is our cast. We cannot use our cast again until we pick it up. Some casts actually implant into enemies that you hit with it, and it won't drop until a certain time has passed, or the enemy has died. It's very unfortunate to take a hit there. Doing pretty good though. The crit is helping out a lot. That's rough. This is such a great first boss fight too.
Got a scratch.
And the nice thing is we can deflect a lot of these back at her. And with our deflect doing plus 162 damage, that helps a lot. Though, we might just die here. Nope, we got her. Nice.
Alive and well. Achilles might know what to do with this.
Okay, so we got a Titan's Blood for beating her with the sword.
How did you?
Don't mind me, Father.
We don't have a ton of money, and none of this stuff is very good. 25 max health without restoring any health is okay, but we obviously can't afford that. I don't normally take these encounters ones. We do sometimes, but dealing 50% damage striking undamaged foes is okay. Dealing 50% damage striking foes from behind is also okay, but I don't think it's worth the gold. The Pool of Purging lets us get rid of a boon if we don't like it for money. But we like our boons. We're doing a pretty good job.
None other than those in the trusted inner circle of Lord Hades are authorized to enter the intricate chambers connecting the vast regions of the underworld. But the prince decides to barge in anyway.
I barge where I please. Broke out of Tartarus.
All right, so moving on to the second area. So we've left Tartarus, and we are now in Asphodel.
The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
Only one option here, which is coins, so that's what we're going to go for.
Skull crushers.
So the way these enemies work is they go up, you can see where their shadow is, and then they come crashing down. So they won't come down until they are like right on top of you. So just standing in the shadow and having a, well, didn't avoid the damage that time, but having a place to dash to. Now, the nice thing is that enemies can take damage from the environmental effects too. So if you can knock them into the lava, they can take some damage. We are hurting it very bad though, so probably going to be the end of this run pretty soon. Which, like I said, early on in this game, having the runs end early is not uncommon. Okay, each time I dash across, let's see if that just ends at, yep. Black smoke that pops up, if we linger in it for too long, it will hinder our ability to see. So we have options here. We have the shop and we have Dionysus. We're going to go for the shop this time. We have more than 150 gold, and there's a chance that we could get a heal here, which would help out a lot right now, which we don't get a heal. So we'll take the boon. If your health is low after encounter is restored to the threshold, this is great for us because if we're below 40%, it will bump us up to 40%. And since we are at 5 of 105, we are definitely below 40%. Once again, this being so low is not really helpful for our build. Taking less damage while at 40% or below is great, but we're pretty much one hit, so we're gonna take the heal. We are going to take the Slice of Palm. This upgrades one of our boons 1 level randomly.
Give me a better boon.
So we got an upgrade to our dash. So our dash does 16 damage now. We'll take the shadow.
The searing flame and ashes of the river Phlegathon mean nothing to the ferryman Charon, who travels all the waters of the underworld bearing the dead, the damned, and all their fineries.
I do enjoy dead people's fineries.
Okay. So this is a boss fight, and we will get another god boon here. Let's see what our health looks like. It did not up our health. I don't know why that didn't work the way I thought it would. It was very unfortunate though. So we are just going to deflect things here. So that is a Gorgon. Those stones will stone me, like turn me to stone. So we're up, and there we go. And there's the death. As I was talking about exactly what that was going to do.
Damn it. I'm home.
Hello?
Welcome to the House of Hades.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
Back already.
So we've got Cerberus, and
There's
we
a good
can,
boy.
in fact, pet the good boy.
Do not let him manipulate you, Cerberus. Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
So let's go explore a little bit,
Returned.
see who there is to talk to.
Good to see you, lad. Despite the circumstances, remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
So we've got Achilles.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man. Father's chambers, always locked.
Stay out of there.
You have come home. Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
Then go.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
Don't worry, Meg. I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Look, I have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're gonna be so lucky next we meet out there.
All right. So
Hey, room, I'm back.
this is back in
The
Zagreus' room.
bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad, is it?
And this is where we will upgrade
Night and
ourselves
darkness
between
guide
runs.
me.
So we've got 65 shadow. So we need 5 keys to unlock 2 new talents. And we can use our shadow here. So there's perform 1 additional dash in quick succession. Death Defiance restores 50% health instead of dying whenever your life total is depleted. 1 time per rank, so we can get multiples of these. Restore a small amount of health when we exit a chamber, +1 per rank. This is very good. And deal bonus attack and special damage when striking foes from behind. So we're going to take the dash, since we have enough for it, and healing when we leave a room. It's only 1 health right now, but we can upgrade that further later.
Okay.
All right, so this is what I was talking about with the keys also, where we can unlock weapons. We've got a spear, we've got a shield, and we've got a bow. So we only have 2 keys, so we can only unlock the bow
There
right
we
now.
go. Koranoct, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some.
So now shoot arrows. So this is our attack. This is our special.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
So we got our training dummy. So with this, we're further away, spread shot. When we are close, all of the shots will hit here, or most of them will. The bow is one of my favorite weapons, and as we get further into the game, you guys will see why. Okay.
Got something new to
So
try.
this is where the keepsakes are housed. As we give nectar to everyone we meet in the game, they more than likely will give us a keepsake that we can unlock here. The one that we got from Charon is the Bone Hourglass. Items from the Well of Charon have durations increased by +4 for encounters. And all of these start at rank 1 star, and as we clear encounters while carrying the item, it does rank up and become better. So that +4 will become a higher number when it gets to rank 2, and an even higher number when we get to rank 3. There is also wonderful, lovely views in this game.
First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg.
Farthest chamber reach, 21.
River Flame ought to be just beyond.
It's pretty good for a first run.
Find a way up to Elysium from there. I'll figure something out. I can escape from the courtyard back there.
Okay, Skelly comes back. So that's where we're going to end this first run. We did get farther than I thought, so we're just going to end it here. When we pick up the next one, we will start straight from here. We will go over what keepsakes we're picking, what weapon we're picking, dive in, and each video will have us ending with right back here before we pick the next weapon and the next build that we're going to be working on as we leave. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. I will try to get more of these out sooner rather than later, and I will also be doing Hades 2 as well. And I'll try to do them in tandem so that way they're kind of releasing at the same time. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Keep it cheesy.